Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bianca and this is my makeup and astrology channel where I just do my makeup and talk about different parts of astrology. Actually not going to be doing my makeup for the next couple of videos just because I am having a bad reaction to something, so just giving my skin some time to work itself out before I go ahead and just put makeup on it. So I'll just be talking about astrology in these next couple of videos, and if either of those things interest you, then go ahead and subscribe, watch this video, watch my past videos, like, comment, set your bell notifications so that you can always check me out. You can also go ahead and follow me on my social medias, on my Instagram and Twitter, which will be somewhere up on the screen. I think that that's all I have to say. Oh, you know, I'm still going to have links in the description box for where you can donate, sign petitions for the Black Lives Matter movement, and also Black astrologers and tarot readers that you can go and support. Get right into this video. So now we're going to be talking about the sun in the mutable signs, which is Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. I keep forgetting to do this. I'm going to put timestamps for each one that I talk about so that if you don't want to watch every single one, you can just go to the one that you're interested in. I will be putting the timestamp up here now. I just remembered. I'm going to try and do that from future videos. So we're going to talk about a sun refresher right now. You know, same old, it doesn't change. Can represent the father, it's how you want to be a hero in your journey, it's your motivation for self-expression, it's just your most like selfish self, what you want to get out of this world, you know, how you want other people to see you as. So mutable signs, very adaptable, very where the wind blows them. You'll see that they don't have as strong as a stance. They don't really have a strong stance. They're not as stubborn. They're more restless. They have a lot of restless energy, more flighty. They're not really as firm as the other two modalities, fixed and cardinal. Which, you know, the sun isn't that happy about, because the sun is all about direct action, and most of these mutable signs really aren't about that. Most couple mutable signs are really kind of passive, you can say. But that's enough with the overview. We're gonna just get into the nitty-gritty. So we're gonna talk about the sun in Gemini. Sun in Gemini, very communicative. They like to talk. Sun in Gemini, they express their identity through communication, through knowledge, through information. They are really just absorbing the information from the environment constantly, and just adding that to their like encyclopedia brain. You know, the sun wants direct options, but Gemini is always about duality, objectivity. Gemini ruled by Mercury, very a duality planet, a neutral planet. How Gemini expresses itself can be kind of like all over the place, just willy-nilly, because they're just interested in so many different things. But when you're so interested in so many different things and dipping your toes in all these other things, you kind of don't get in the depth of what things are talking about. You don't really dig deep into the knowledge. A lot of people say like Geminis are a jack of all trades, a master of none, because they just really have superficial knowledge. The thing is, Geminis are very quick. Geminis can be very witty, very quick with their thoughts, very quick with their actions, and they're have a lot of restless pent-up energy, just like trying to be on the move and on the go all the time. and they don't really have time to deal with other people who are like slower in actions. They're like, chop chop, hurry it up, speed up your thoughts, speed up your processes. They catch on to things pretty quickly, so they probably excel in school. So they really can't deal with other people lagging, because they're just like, come on, step up or get out. Step up or step off. They have constant new ideas. Maybe they're not all plausible, not all are workable. Remember, they have that air quality where it's all in the mental. It's really just ideal situations that can't really be put on a realistic field. That's when they, you know, toss it to like an earth sign or toss it to a fixed sign, like, hey, I came up with this idea. Figure out how to make it workable. Their need for communication makes them very persuasive to people. They have a way with words. That's really a thing of Gemini, because it's ruled by Mercury. Of course they have a way with words. Mercury, the messenger. Come on. Hold on, I'm gonna try and fix this lighting a little bit. It is getting dark. I'm trying to hurry up. Okay, this does a little something. Gemini suns get the reputation of being two-faced. People always talk about how they're two-faced. But the thing is, they can see both sides of the coin. It's not that they're two-faced, it's just they're objective and they can see both sides, like, of what's wrong or the issue. Like, Geminis can start an argument with somebody, like, all for A, and the person's all for B, and they're just arguing until halfway through the argument you realize that they switched from arguing for A to arguing against A and being for B. It's really weird. It's really weird. It can be annoying. It can be annoying. I dated somebody with a lot of Gemini placements. It can be very annoying to deal with that. Because what were you just saying 30 minutes ago and now all of a sudden you changed your mind? But they didn't change their mind. They're just like, you know, I can see that. I can argue for either side. Oh, also, like, people think that they're two-faced because, like, I guess they're like, oh, in the gossip. But if you think about it, gossip is a form of knowledge. It's a form of information, whether that information is right or wrong, correct, morally right, morally wrong. Like, information is information. Once you speak it, it's information. So they're just collecting information. It's not even that they're two-faced. It's just they really want to hear the tea. They want to know what's going on. What's going on in their neighborhood. But their two-facedness comes from there. When it comes to their father, definitely needs somebody who's a talker. Somebody who encouraged their ideas, who just communicated with them. Open communication, where the father gave the Gemini sons the freedom to like gain their own knowledge and think critically for themselves. That's all I wanted to say about Sun in Gemini. Let's go ahead to Sun in Virgo. They express their identity through being of service and of use to others. They definitely define themselves based on how useful they are to others, which can make them try to be really perfect. They're going to strive for perfection within themselves. They're trying to perfect and improve the physical plane. So, you know, people say Virgos like to clean. Virgos, you know, those people who are shopping in an aisle, and if they see that the not all the cans are facing forward, and they move it, they switch it so that all the cans are facing the same direction, probably a Virgo. Probably a Virgo. Or have like a very big emphasis on Virgo placements. Yes. Remember that Virgo is ruled by Mercury and exalted in Mercury. So very analytical and critical energy, very much getting bogged down in the details of things and missing the big picture. They definitely choose logic over imagination. They're gonna choose facts and information and clear clear cut, no opinions. They're not taking opinions into consideration. They're not taking imagination into consideration. It's what can I see? What is tangible? What do I have hardcore evidence for? That's really Virgo energy. They're very slow and methodical, because remember, they're also earth. Even though people do give them like an air quality to them, but they are earth. So remember, they're very slow and methodical and practical. So they're not going to rush into a decision without looking at the fine details. But remember, that you're going to get muddled in the details. You're gonna get completely sidetracked in all the details and end up missing the big picture. You can get muddled in the details and stop yourself from ever moving forward. Having like a Virgo sign, you want everything to be perfect before you start. Just start and have progress. Don't look for perfection, have progress. I feel like I'm going to say that every single time I talk about any Virgo placement. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. You know, they can be a little judgy. I think that comes with being analytical and critical. They can be a little judgy, and they can also have a hard time admitting when they are wrong. Something that Virgo suns need to learn is to just be yourself. Really be more, like, focus on the needs of yourself, acknowledge the needs of yourself. Don't constantly think about how you can improve and perfect the physical for other people. Don't always think about how you can serve other people. You gotta serve yourself. Thing is, like, a lot of people see Virgos and definitely see like, oh, they're very calm, authority. Some people might even think that they're a little cold and standoffish. But underneath it, they have that restless energy, just like all the other mutable signs. They have that nervous bound of energy in them. They just don't show that off to people. When it comes to a father figure, definitely needed somebody who was critical and analytical, use their mind. That's definitely going to come in handy for any Virgo. But also need somebody that allows them to take a step back and see the big picture. We're going to talk about Sun and Sagittarius. Sun and Sagittarius is all about exploration and exploring relationships to the universe. Sagittarius suns have an idea of that the world, the universe, there's a bigger picture. There's a bigger journey than just what meets the eye. Everybody has their own place to fit in to this big structure, and they're just trying to explore the world to figure out what their place is in the world. Also explore to figure out the truth of the world. Like, what's the real truth? What's the tea? Remember, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so they're just trying to explore everywhere. Jupiter is about expansion, and it does have a foreign aspect to it, and traveling overseas. Sagittarius suns probably are very into travel. Like, that's an archetype of them, like the traveler. They have a big need to know. They want to know, and they're going to latch onto an idea and then explore every facet of that one idea. They're going to explore every single thing about it. I don't know if people would say this about Sagittarius suns, but I feel like they would be good investigators, because they're going to follow each idea. They're going to give each idea the same amount of time and energy and resources to look into, because they need to know the truth. They need to know the truth. They're very much about freedom and independence, and they're not going to let other people trample on their own freedom. Remember, that's Sagittarius fire sign energy. No. You're not hold your horses. Relax. You're not going to sit there and tell them what to do. You're not going to try and control them. They're all about being independent. With that Jupiter energy, they're very optimistic. Jupiter is very much has like a whole faith aspect to it, and having just faith that things are going to work out. And Jupiter is a luck planet, so of course Sagittarius is just like, yeah, things are gonna work out. Things are gonna happen, like, but why wouldn't they? Why would I be a Debbie Downer? They are the least likely to be Debbie Downers. They are going to just have faith that things are gonna work. They have a wide range of interests. And they're gonna do it all at once. Remember that fire energy, they're gonna burn out eventually. Jupiter won't allow them to just not take it all on at once. Jupiter is like, yes, planet. They're gonna take everything. They're gonna be like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can look into that. I can relax.
Relax.
Calm down. Just focus on one and go. Sagittarius suns, the thing is, when they find their truth and their belief and what their faith is, they can be a little forceful with the ideas, you know. They can really try and throw their own truth onto other people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Everybody has their own truth. Everybody has their own thing that they're believing in. Everyone has their own opinions. You can debate and you can argue for your opinion when people are willing to, like, you know, like, question it. I'm not saying don't question and don't, like, have conversations about it, but don't try to force your ideas on other people. Even if you're not purposely trying to, Sagittarius have just such a blunt way about them that they can't help it. They're just so honest, so brutal, just like, I don't like that. That makes no sense. Shut up. Because they lack tact with how they're communicating. Sagittarius suns just gonna say what comes off the top of their head. The thing is, the Sagittarius suns, they cannot handle that shit back. I know people who are Sagittarius suns. I don't know the rest of their placements, but off of what I just know about Sagittarius suns, it's true. That one little line is true. They can say a whole bunch of stuff, but the minute you bark back, you would have thought you kicked their puppy. You would have thought that you kicked their puppy, the way that they are so offended. They can dish, but they cannot take. A reason why Sagittarius suns are such, like, travelers, and Sagittarius in general has the archetype of being a traveler and a wanderer, is because they have grand ideas for adventures. They have the biggest ideas for what's going to be an amazing adventure. And remember that Jupiter energy is really just them. It's expanding. They're gonna travel in the world. The thing is, they're also gonna help the world. They're also gonna want to really help those around them. Help them be better. They have a very helpful energy, Sagittarius suns. They lack tact, but if you ask them for help, they will want to help you. You need a dad who's going to allow you to be free and adventurous and independent. You don't need a father who's gonna, like, lay down the law all the time. You don't need a strict father. You need somebody who's gonna allow you to be free, to be an independent thinker. You just can't deal with any restraints. Your father figure cannot put restraints on you. They need to chill. That's all I had to say about Sun in Sagittarius. Now we're gonna go to Sun in Pisces, the last one, the last mutable sign. Very imaginative, very creative, very intuitive, compassionate, sympathetic. So the thing is, the sun isn't comfortable in Pisces because Pisces is all chill. Like, why do we have all these boundaries? I don't know if I said this, but I feel like Sun in Pisces is very, Pisces energy in general is just hippie vibes. It's just, why are you so bothered by the structures, man? The structures aren't real. So dissolve them. Pisces aren't really rah. They're very chill. They easily adapt to their surroundings and their environment. They can take on a lot of the emotions in the environment. They're very sensitive to the environment and the people around them, and just knowing when something's off, knowing when, things aren't always a-okay. They can easily adapt to surroundings. Remember that mutable energy. Mutable, literally mutations, literally just changing. Mutable, synonymous to adaptable. And then water. Think of what water does. Water conforms to whatever structures it's in. When you pour water in a cup, when you pour water into a different container, when you pour water into a jug, when you pour water into a kettle, it's conforming, it's adaptable, it's changing to the shape of the container. So of course, a Pisces having that water and mutable energy, they are the most easily adaptable, flowing with the wind, taking wherever the breeze blows them kind of person out there. They're not really about the superficial. They don't really care about what's on the surface. That's also like a water thing. They don't really care about what can be seen. They're really just a what's in here person. What's your soul like? Pisces is very much what is your soul like? How do you nurture your soul? Pisces, the thing is with these dissolving of the boundaries, this is why the sun isn't comfortable. When you dissolve boundaries, that means that people can step into yours. The sun doesn't like that. The sun wants you to back up. Get out of my space. But when you have a Pisces sun, it's hard to determine what your boundaries are and what they aren't. So it's very easy for people to overstep your boundaries. Need to learn to say no. Stop being a yes man. Remember, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is a yes planet. Pisces is a yes man. Stop it. Say no. Say no. Look them in the eye, say no. With Pisces, they also not really gonna want confrontation. I guess that's another reason why they don't say no as often as they should. So they're gonna try and find the easy way out a lot of the times, but sometimes you need that conflict. Sometimes you need that conflict to learn and to grow. You can't just always take the easy way out. So that's something that Pisces may need to learn. When it comes to your father figure, you definitely need somebody who's there for you emotionally, because you're just there for so many people emotionally. You need somebody to be there for you. So that's what you really need in a father figure. And somebody who can teach you how to say no, because you need to learn that. You need to say no more often. And yeah, these videos are going by so quick when I'm not doing all my makeup and stuff. Recap: Sun in Gemini, lively, really all about communication, duality, seeing both sides of the coin, seeing both sides of the situation, very much on superficial knowledge. Maybe need to learn how to delve deep into other things instead of just getting surface level stuff. Sun in Virgo, identity through being of service to others. Definitely want to perfect and improve the physical plane. That includes cleaning, organizing, stuff like that. Can be a little too critical, too analytical. Just relax. Perfection isn't the most important thing in the world. Sun in Sagittarius, all about exploration, going on wonderful adventures, traveling, figuring out the truth, figuring out what they believe in, their place in the world, but do not discredit other people's faiths and beliefs. We're all on the same journey of figuring out what we believe in. And then Sun in Pisces, all about dissolving the boundaries, sensitive, intuitive, sympathetic, very easygoing. Stop being so easygoing. Learn to say no, stand up for yourself, and have stronger boundaries. And I think that is it. So that's all I have for you today when it comes to Sun in the Mutable Signs. And we'll be talking about moon signs in the next video. So I'm so excited for that, to get off of the sun topic, because I feel like this is so generic and like everybody knows this. Not saying anything new. I'm not shaking the table. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. If you have these placements, I hope that this resonated with you. If you know somebody with these placements, go ahead and share this with them so that they can learn more. Maybe you're interested in somebody with these placements. Look at this so you can learn about them more. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe and watch more videos. Remember, I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.